All right, folks, the goal is to get you started with Civil 3D. We are starting project 2, and that means you gotta, I just wanna remind you of a couple different settings. So I'm gonna go to CEE software. I'm gonna go to Civil 3D Imperial, which is what we want. Oh, it's angry at me. Gotta make my screen a little bigger. There we go. Civil 3D is gonna open. Gonna take its sweet time. We are in. All right. I'm going to just close down any additional pop-up windows. And it's double checking the license. All right, so a couple things I want to remind you about Civil 3D. First thing I want you to do is go to Settings, and you're going to right-click on Drawing, and you're going to say Edit Drawing Settings. We want to make sure that we set things ahead of time. We want our drawing units in feet, our angular units in degrees, our international foot versus US survey foot. Doesn't really matter because we're over short distances. We'll talk about scales later. We want a projection. So we are going to go down to USA, Pennsylvania. And do we want the north zone or the south zone? If you're ever not sure, Pennsylvania, state plane coordinate system. And do a quick search. What you will see is the standards that exist. Here we go. Here is a map. North versus south. We are in Northampton County, so we are in the south zone. If you're ever not sure, you can always Google USA. Let's go down to state plane, south zone. We're going to do NAD 83, south zone in US feet. So all of those things should be the same. We're going to go over to ambient settings like we've done before. We're going to go down to angles. And we are going to specify degrees. That's correct. Round normal is fine. Format just for now is DMS. All right. So a couple things I want to remind you of before you really get into making your maps. One thing is you'll notice that I have these extra menu bar items up here that you may not have on your screen. I'm going to remove those real fast. The way that we bring those up is you find a little Civil 3D gear up here. Right to the right of that is something that looks like something you might have seen on a VCR, if you know what a VCR is. You're going to click on that little button, and you're going to say Show Menu Bar. It's going to get you a whole host of other items. The other thing I want you to do is come down here to Customization, bottom right. Click on those three little lines and add coordinates. What that's going to do is your coordinates are suddenly going to pop up down here at the bottom. One other thing I want to quickly remind you of are snaps. You're going to do a lot of drawing today. Snapping is going to be helpful for you. If you click this little arrow down here at the bottom, you can choose what you snap to. If you want to turn snapping off, all you have to do is click on that button. You can turn it back on, you can turn it off. Ortho, meaning that you're just drawing at 90-degree angles, is this button down here. Again, you can turn it on and off. Those are the basic intro things. Last thing I want you to do, very important, I want you to save your drawing. Click on Save, navigate to your desktop, create a new folder, and save your drawing as your two last names there on the desktop. You're going to want to drag this up into your Google folder later. All right, those are the basics for getting started.